think we have started. At least I'm pretty sure.
So we're live?
Yes. Alright, now what am I doing here? Oh, here we go. Okay. View on channel. Let me mute this. Alright, cool. What's up? You have to say hi.
Hey, oh, we're on?
Yeah.
Cool.
Let's see. Let's start with the first question.
If you can pronounce that.
Yeah. Eneche Mircea says, 1. You always said that you should entertain yourself if the conversation goes nowhere. The problem is, if I get a negative reaction, I just don't like that. I get bored and I cannot entertain myself.
Isn't a negative reaction something that's not boring? I feel like you're basically convincing yourself that negative reactions are bad instead of trying to be open-minded and trying to make them something positive. So instead of having a negative attitude about it, like thinking negative reactions are horrible, try to have a more positive attitude about it. Like, negative reactions put me one step closer to God mode. That's how we view it. Every negative reaction we get, every reaction or rejection is just us getting one step closer to God mode. But if you're dead set on negative reactions are a negative thing, it's going to be hard to get out of that mentality. So you need to reframe it and rethink how you're thinking about certain situations.
Okay. Let me just finish doing this stuff and then I just go to read some random questions from here.
Can you scroll up?
No, that was
okay.
This is the first one.
Okay. Fuck.
You're gonna actually read the questions now.
Oh,
Channeling. If I sign up for
I've never
Simple...
seen you wear those glasses in my life.
Like once or twice.
Channeling. If I sign up for Simple 30, I have the fear that I might not do some of the challenges because I have severe social anxiety. Is there any hope for me in buying Simple 30? Okay, so you have social anxiety and you're worried about doing challenges. I also have suffered from social anxiety, and doctors have also put me on medication before. And the way that I broke free of this prison of social anxiety was every single time I would feel like those feelings of anxiety were creeping up, I would do something that was out of my comfort zone. And that's pretty much what Simple 30 is geared towards. Every single time you're comfortable with doing something, we throw something at you to make you uncomfortable. And a lot of people have this misconception that being uncomfortable is bad. But if you're comfortable in life, you're probably stagnating. So with Simple 30, we help you to not be in that comfortable stagnation period.
Okay. Sorry, I was totally just like zoning out because I was trying to think something.
Oh, thank you.
No, now I'll be involved. Sahar FTW. I live in Israel and girls here are a bit spicier, in quotes, than your average American girl. Will the direct approach be enough? If not, how can I deal with it?
Well, from what I've learned from traveling to Asia, different parts of America, Mexico, the different places I've gone, for me so far, I've never been to Israel, but picking up girls is the exact same everywhere. Going direct worked for me every single time, everywhere. Or not every single time, but it worked everywhere going direct, and I don't see why it wouldn't, just because the girls are spicier.
There's a little bit of a cultural difference that you have to get over, but once you get over that, which takes a day to acclimate to someone else's culture, once you get over that cultural difference, it's the same thing.
Yeah, I would say for a different country, it's pretty much the same thing. The rules are all the same, but it's just like minor little tweaks that you have to make.
Like in Asia, for example, what was like the minor tweak?
So in Asia, for example, everything was pretty much the same. I just had to slow down in terms of being physical. So at the clubs, in America, at the clubs, it's okay to go up and hug girls, and they'll be like totally open to it. And that's a normal thing. But in Asia, that is not a normal thing because they don't like touching people and they don't like that really close, intimate connection with strangers because they're not that open of a culture to doing that with strangers. And that's fine. That doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to hug them, like, let's say 2-3 minutes in. That just means they're not going to be more as receptive to that as American girls. And so, same goes with Israel. It doesn't mean that, the direct approach is pretty universal. I can't see it not working anywhere. It's like, who doesn't like a compliment? So maybe...
Yeah, you don't have to say it... Okay, so when we say direct, it doesn't always mean like, hey, your tits are nice.
Yeah.
Being direct can just mean like... You can say like, hey, your shirt is awesome. You can just modify whatever we say to fit your culture.
Okay, Corey Tan. I have a question. Let's say you brought a girl home from a club before having sex. Or let's say you brought a girl home from a club. Before having sex, do you guys go to the bathroom, clean your dicks, wash your assholes, brush your teeth, or stuff like that?
I can't say I haven't done that before, but it's not like a normal thing.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I've never done that before.
I've washed my dick before.
Like,
Really?
Yeah.
same night?
Well, have you ever...
He's talking about...
So
No. Have you
say, well,
ever gone... or have you ever not showered for a couple of days?
Yeah. And then I made a girl go down on me.
Well, I think I'm more considerate.
Worst.
If I
But that's probably why she only did it for like 10 seconds and then was like...
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
Well, see, like, if you're in the situation where you haven't showered for a couple of days and you want a longer than 10-second blowjob, it might be beneficial to quickly go to the bathroom, get some soap, rub it, and then put it on your balls and dick really quickly, and then get a bunch of water.
Then your dick's gonna taste like soap.
You get a bunch of water.
Wait, so you take your pants off?
Yeah, if you leave your pants on, it's going to you pissed yourself. And I've thought all of this out through because I've done it before. You just take water in a little cup.
Yeah, but then what if she's like...
Dick.
What if she's like, why was your bathtub water running?
It wasn't bathtub water, it was sink water.
Oh, so you
why is
take
your
the
floor
sink?
wet?
Yeah. Wait,
So basically,
this.
wait, hold on. What you do is you take a bunch of toilet paper and then you clean the floor. And I'm not even kidding. I've done this before.
Or you can just
Ew.
not have her go
Dude,
down
you're
on
gross.
you, and then you can go straight to sex,
Well, that's
which is easier.
Dude,
not
here's
an
what
option.
to do.
That's not an option.
You
You
see,
have to
like,
have-
if you take a girl home and you know it smells, you haven't showered in a couple of days,
Well,
and
no,
you
no,
don't feel like going to the bathroom because you're really horny or she's like ready. I don't want to kill her mood.
But some
By going to the
girls,
restroom.
like fight for that dick. Like they want to.
Like-
They want to.
Dude, then just let them have it.
Well, I like to clean my dick. Okay, what's the big deal?
Alright, so anyway, you can or you cannot. Doesn't matter. It's up to you. But there's obviously been times where you haven't done it.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And then I get comments on it too.
Where the hell am I? Okay.
Right, Sasha or Corey, and then Gosu.
Okay, Gosu Madman.
Oh, how about
Yeah, forget that. Alejandro Renteria. I am having problems with eye contact. I just don't feel comfortable. Any suggestions to fix this? How are you all? At the end, he asks.
No, that's
That's
another
it.
person.
Oh, just kidding.
Well, for eye contact, I think the only way you're going to be able to do that is by actually forcing yourself to keep eye contact. Because to build the, ability to keep eye contact, you have to force yourself to do it a little more and a little more each time. Until, you can hold it for an extremely long period of time. That's the only way I can even think about.
Yeah, I would even give it.
That.
I would even go. So when you have trouble with something, sorry, there's a part of my hair that keeps sticking up, and it's really bothering me.
Wow, that was
Yeah. So
English.
there's anytime you have a problem with something, go to the extreme and practice that like 150%. So if you have a problem with eye contact, then go out and just practice eye contact for, let's say, a day or maybe even a week. Maybe even more than that. But go out for at least a day and just everybody you talk to, whether that's girls, preferably girls that you approach and you're trying to hit on, but whether that's girls or the barista at Starbucks or even your mom, keep eye contact with them forever, like until the conversation ends. Do not break eye contact and practice doing that. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first, but eventually you get comfortable with it, and it's a lot easier to have like normal eye contact after that. Because it's natural to look away, every so often. But if you take it to the extreme and you just stare at them forever, it gets you comfortable with the feeling, so that later on it's easier to tone it down and do it the right way. Okay.
Oops. Up. Yeah.
Simon Mitchell. Is Jason living on the street now or something? Oh, he's referring to the podcast.
No, he's referring to his beard.
Yeah, I think he's talking about my beard.
Oh,
That
just
was like a
kidding.
bum.
Oh, yeah, he is living
No,
on
I'm
the
just the
street.
boss. I can look like a bum and still get more girls than if I had. Honestly, I swear to God, they like the beard.
Did they touch it?
So
That's not true. Nope.
that's true
Nope.
for me.
They like the hairless.
That's
They
gross.
like the hair.
Actually, right now I have a little bit of both, or all three. You
Yeah.
have a little bit of scruff. I have like the extreme scruff. You look like a 12-year-old.
How do you deal with chicks with animals?
Oh, like sometimes the dog likes to go down on the girl, so it's like, how do you compete?
That's true.
What does that even mean?
What is?
The fuck does that even mean?
She has a farm.
Are you allergic?
Ow shit 310. Have you guys had instances where you couldn't get your dick hard enough for vaginal penetration? If yes, oh shit. I hate how it keeps moving up. If yes, what did you guys do to solve it? My dick turned soft and it's pretty annoying.
All right, so here you go. If you're having dick problems, there's a 99% chance it's not your actual dick. It's the fact that you're not comfortable with sex. So it's not some kind of physical technique you can do or some like weird jerking off motion. It's the fact that you're not comfortable with sex. So if your dick turns soft right before you put it in, there's probably a psychological problem where you're putting too much pressure on sex, you think it's too much of a big deal, or you just haven't had enough experience yet.
Or you need to just stop drinking so much when you go out.
Or that.
Yeah, so
You won't get that
I've had that problem on 2 occasions. One was, for some reason that day I jerked off like 3 times, right? And that night I brought a girl back home. And 1, I was kind of nervous too, but also 2, it was because I jerked off 3 times in the same day. I was just like, fuck, dude, it's not working as well as it should. The other thing is, the other time was when I drank way too much. And I still was able to get it up, but it was nowhere near where it should have been.
So this is... Where should it have been? Here?
No. There you go. So that's where it was. And that is where it should have been. What do you guys think about Craigslist hookup?
No.
I'm not talking about hookers, by the way. I mean, I guess.
I've never done it.
I've never done it, but I know I have some gay friends that use Craigslist to hook up. But then, gay people just love hooking up. So listen, if I would say this. If you find a girl that's down to do it on Craigslist that doesn't look like a nasty beast.
Craigslist girl.
Yes. Because I figure anyone who does that is just a beast, right? They're
Well, I mean, you've
wild
never done it.
animals.
Why would you,
Wait,
why
she
would
could
you
just be
have
an
judgment?
Oh no, I've been on all the sections of Craigslist. I've been on multiple weird sections of because it's hilarious.
It's funny. You never
Yeah.
seen like
Dude.
women looking for men section. Just, like laugh at
Well, no, most of them are whores. Like literally,
Yeah, no.
literally, they're prostitutes.
But
But
some are funny. It'll say something like, "I'm overweight and desperate, looking for a guy just to have sex with for the night. If you're interested, meet me on this and this street at this time," or something like that.
yeah, listen, if you're
Really?
down for that, go ahead. But personally, I feel like there's so many guys who are down for that, and when you have sex with someone like that, there's an extremely high risk of sexual STDs. Wait,
Sexual
TDs.
STDs.
Sexual TDs.
What?
I'm
What
just
happened?
going back to where we were. Okay, this one's good. Official freebies. What books would you recommend that you think would be interesting to read? There's a book that I recently read. I think we've mentioned it before, but it's worth mentioning again. It's called The Willpower Instinct. It basically tells you how to stick to habits and how to... A lot of people have this weird conception about what it takes to be someone that has a lot of willpower, and this book has scientific studies backing up the best ways to basically stick to your habits and stick to things that you want to do. So that's what I would recommend. The Willpower Instinct.
That's better than Power of Habit.
Yeah.
Power of Habit is good too, and then why am I saying that like I read it?
They complement each other. It's not bad.
One that I read a while ago, if you haven't read it already, is 4-Hour Workweek. So this is more of like past, personal self-improvement. This is more like professional self-improvement. So it's about it's from Tim Ferriss, who we did a vlog with a while back. But he's basically a genius at making your life more productive, right? So he writes his book about how you can turn your 40-hour work week into a 4-hour work week. And it was, what are you laughing at?
Sorry. This guy's like, Jason, you ugly mofo, put your glasses back on, you look distinguished.
Right, where the fuck are we?
We're
Yeah, a little bit.
right here.
Simon? No.
Yeah.
Simon Mitchell. If it's 9-handed and I have ace jack and 10 bigs under the gun with ante, should I fold or just get it in? Oh my god. There's not many non-pickup questions today. Ace jack. See, you can't do that without telling what position you're in. It's all about position. Next question. Jack Jackson. Question. I'm into thick, chubby girls. BMI 25 to 30. What's
Don't know
BMI?
it.
Body mass index.
Yeah.
Okay. Especially the rare, thick Asian girls. That's not that rare, actually.
Definitely not rare.
They have
Korean
different.
barbecue.
They have different personalities, stronger shields than skinny girls, and need to be approached differently. Advice.
I don't... Why are you looking at me? Honestly, if you actually enjoy thicker girls, then if you approach a thick girl and you're genuine, I think she'll pick up on that. Because most guys that like hit on like fat girls for fun or whatever, they can see through the bullshit. But if you really enjoy picking up and hooking up with thick girls, then if you're genuine with it, it shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, so by enjoy, it means you should probably mention parts of her body that you enjoy that are thick. Because
Would it
thick
be
girl...
an insult if you said I like thick girls?
No, because I've seen it before. I don't.
That'd be
You guys,
interesting.
I don't think any of us like thick girls, but I've seen guys that are good with women that like thick girls hit on thick girls, and the way they do it is they talk about how much they like the fact that they're thick. And
How would
that's,
you phrase that, though?
damn girl, you got a thick ass. I swear to God, I've heard that before.
You know what? If you just started complimenting her body, that would totally work.
Yeah,
Just say,
no.
like,
You
wow,
have
you
to
have a really nice ass.
exactly. You have to
really
actually,
nice curves,
you actually have to
Yeah.
enjoy their thickness for real. And if you do, and they believe it, they might not believe it at first because every guy probably vomits before saying it because it's not true. But if you actually enjoy it, then you should let her know, and she will believe it if you're being genuine. Like, actually, she will believe it. And if she does, then why wouldn't she sleep with you? She's probably not getting anyone else because no one likes thick girls.
Yeah, what Colin just said was good. The term curves is really good.
use curves.
Yeah, they love...
really nice curves.
Listen, when girls are fat, they don't say I'm fat, they say I'm curvy. Like, that is a well-known word to use for fat girls that will not insult them, but still tells them that they're fat.
Yeah.
So if you say, I love curvy girls or something like that, That's basically complimenting them, except saying I like fat girls. Without
Yeah.
saying I like fat girls.
Because if you say I like fat girls, she's not gonna take that as a compliment. Or even heavy or thick. Like those aren't compliment type words.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you would
If you
have
have a-
you have to sugarcoat those kind of things.
Yeah, honestly, I don't know.
That's the
if you
one
say-
time you can't be polarizing.
See, like even here, he said thick/chubby.
Yeah.
Stick to those words.
Yeah, don't say.
no, don't say
you have a-
chubby. You can't say
Yeah,
chubby.
maybe not even chubby.
Wait, Jesse, were you saying
Why
you
don't
should
you
say you
say-
have a fat ass?
Thick ass.
Oh, thick ass?
That sounds.
Why don't you say you have a nice ass?
Yeah,
you
nice
know?
ass.
A nice
A
ass.
nice thick ass.
Dude, I swear, I'm gonna try that this weekend on some thick girls. Seriously, if you
Alright.
if you started complimenting their body, how much would they be down for you? Think about it. Yeah.
But then, if you didn't compliment their body, how much would they still be down?
Yeah, if you just like, you have a
Regardless.
really nice person, like you
Yeah.
address. You, okay.
Bubby903, do you think that the Simple 30 challenges are cultural specific or designed for the U.S.? Should I adapt them to my culture? I should stop talking about Simple 30s too much, but without, or because I won't give it away. But the challenges. Let me try to think about this. The challenges are not culture specific, but what you have to do is a lot of these things are just general challenges that that's going to teach you something else different than the challenge, at least for the first half of the program. So when we say give everybody a high five, there was someone on that day that said, well, my country, nobody gives high fives, so like that doesn't work, right? But the point is to not actually get the high fives. The point is actually to go out and do something and get comfortable with doing something. So whether or not you succeed with that actual challenge is not that important. What's important is what you learn from it and how you feel before/after and how you deal with it.
And also that person that said in, I think it was Brazil, he's like, in Brazil, people don't really know what high fives are. So he improvised. He explained to people what a high five was, and then he would do it. And that was a really good way of innovating to make things work for you.
Oh, yeah, right. And then he also, he edited with like, yeah, but I did it anyway, whatever.
Yeah, see, like people do think, even if it doesn't work in their culture, they improvise to make it work. And you can always improvise to make something works, particularly for your culture.
James Figueroa. I went on an instant date with this girl, and she just wants to be friends. How do I not get friend zoned?
It's probably too
make
late.
out with her.
It's probably too late if you already went on a date with her and she said
I think
she wants
she
to be
means in
friends.
general. Like, that's too broad of a question.
Wanted to date this girl. She wants to be friends. They cannot get friend zoned.
Like,
Yeah.
in general,
Yeah.
how do I know?
I think this was like more of a learning thing versus
Oh, shit.
trying to save it. When you're approaching a lot of girls and you're going on instant dates every single day, your question shouldn't really be, how do I not get friend zoned by this one particular girl? It's more like, how do I not get friend zoned in general? And that would be to be very direct and let her know your intentions up front versus saying things like, hey, we should go shopping, or not telling her that you're physically attracted to her.
Basically, to not get friend zoned, you have to the relationship has to keep moving forward. So if you find yourself just talking about random shit, like sexually forward. So the beginning is you don't know each other. The end is sex. So if you feel like you're not moving closer and closer to that every single time you hang out, or at least, every few minutes or so, then you're doing something wrong. You're going to get friend zoned. So
Notice he
always-
said every single time you hang out or every few minutes, not like every month.
Yeah, so when you're hanging out on a date, especially if it's an instant date, you really have to think about, okay, what are we talking about right now, and how does this relate to me, or how does this convert to us having sex? So if you are talking about her old boyfriend problems, that's not going to convert to you having sex. But if you're talking about masturbation and how, like, the sex toys she's used, her favorite sex positions, that kind of stuff, that is getting her wet, and therefore that converts to having sex. Essentially, you just always have to be moving forward.
What is that? Jason. Who's that? Sergio. God damn it.
Ogawa.
Sergio Ogawa. Jason, do you thread your eyebrows? What does it look like it?
Well, no one says, Jesse, do you thread your eyebrows?
No, I don't. But you know what? What I do is I pluck the hairs right here because I grow like a little patch in the middle, and it's not a unibrow because it doesn't go all the way across. But if I leave it, it's weird because there's like a dot in between my eyebrows. I like a small patch of hair, so I do pluck those.
I don't know who asked that question.
Jesse,
Okay.
do you still use dryer sheets on yourself? I was hearing that it's bad for your lungs. Huh, it might be.
Why would it be bad for your lungs?
I don't know.
This is
It's just chemicals.
But if you throw it into your dryer, isn't the same thing as putting it on your shirt?
Maybe. Who knows?
So why would...
I
Okay,
don't know
that's a
that.
dumb question.
I don't know that.
Okay.
Soccer No 3.
Balanced man. Have you ever done improv comedy, and do you think it is directly relatable, applicable to pickup?
Hell
No. Well, I mean, no in terms of we haven't done improv
Oh.
comedy, but yes, it is very applicable to pickup. So if improv comedy is something that you're interested in, I would say definitely go for it. Take some classes, join like a improv comedy group, whatever, because it definitely translates into how funny you can be and how much you can improv while you're talking to a random girl that you meet.
Yeah, I've done. I had speech classes where you had to do improv-ish things, and those helped me so much, especially with the social anxiety factor. I guess it was improv class. I don't know, but it was a speech class where you had to come up with things on the spot, and that whenever I would be nervous or very anxious, I would think if I could do that, I can do this. So I would definitely recommend doing an improv class.
And if you're trying to, I guess, learn improv so you can get, so you can learn the ability to talk to girls, and that's not the right way to go about it, though. If you're trying to get better at talking to girls, I would say try your improv on girls that you're talking to, so then you'll learn what works and what doesn't, rather than going to, let's say, an improv class, learning how to be funny, and then going out to try and approach girls.
Yeah.
Justin Nunez, how should you play off a rejection? What should you say so that you don't come off unprepared or not sure what to do next? Is a typical nice meeting you anyways the way to go? Okay, first of all, who the fuck cares
who
how you
cares,
handle a
dude?
rejection? You just
Justin,
got rejected.
what are you doing?
Like,
Why do you give a
just-
shit?
It doesn't matter. You could just, as soon as you get rejected, you could just walk away.
Yeah,
and
well,
not say anything. Who cares?
No, I literally do that sometimes. I'm talking to a girl, and I realize that there's no possible way, and I'll stop mid-sentence to make a 180 and walk away, because it doesn't even matter. In her mind, it's like, whoa, what was that weird stuff that just happened? I'm going to continue on my life now. Like, why would I waste time even thinking about the best way to handle her reject? Who gives a shit?
Anurup Kali. Actually, let's do another one. X apologize. After meeting a girl and going out with her, how do you let her know that you are only in it for sex and nothing serious? Well, there's a lot of things you can do. First is you don't do like girlfriend-boyfriend type things, first of all. So when you invite her out on a date, it should just be, hey, come over and let's watch a movie, or let's have dinner, or whatever, like blank, okay? So the date should never be like, let's go to Disneyland, or let's go to a nice fancy dinner somewhere where it costs like $100. Those type of things, when you avoid that and she's just coming over and you guys are having sex, it's very, very obvious to the girl that you just want to have sex. Anything to add?
Nope.
That was good.
Edgin Ches, do you guys believe in the Illuminati?
What?
Yes.
All right.
That okay.
Jacob Palmer. Where is Bones, guys? Is he dead?
Unfortunately,
He's
6
still
question
here.
marks.
He's still here.
6 @ signs.
he's dead, but he has cancer.
Yeah.
He's dead, but he has cancer.
Okay.
Nips 5. Tips on staying high energy throughout the evening without alcohol.
Have fun. Have a mental high of your own. When you're going out and you're having fun, something that you'll learn is basically God mode. Being in God mode will keep you high energy because you're having so much fun.
It's
And-
better than alcohol.
Yeah, I'd say it's better than alcohol as well.
Way
yeah.
better.
And you don't need alcohol once you get to that point because you feel so good.
In fact, alcohol probably detracts from the God mode feeling. Once you're in God mode without alcohol, and then you add alcohol into the equation,
Then you just
it's-
become stupid.
yeah, you
and
become
sloppy.
stupid because you're so high up here, and it's like alcohol is bringing you here, and then you just crash.
Yeah.
Serious question. How do you keep your asshole clean to get a rim job? Do you guys shave your asshole with a Philips Norelco shaver
no,
you
dude.
mentioned?
You leave the hair. You leave the
Always
dingleberries.
leave the hair.
And you always leave the dingleberries.
Oh.
And then you have her go down there and lick your asshole. And that's it.
No. He was correct at first. You leave the dingleberries, you leave the hair, and then you use a wet wipe. And then you just comb through your asshole hair and you clean it very well. You use what, 4 to 5? 4 to 5 wet wipes works, and then you're fine. You don't have to shave your butthole.
Make sure you get the wet wipes that are like for babies.
Yeah, not
and
for cleaning.
Yeah, don't
dirty
get the
surfaces.
fucking wet wipes with bleach that you clean your
Go
kitchen
to
table
the
with.
baby section.
Yeah.
Do you really wipe your ass with baby wipes?
Yeah, every single day.
You serious?
I swear to God, every single day.
Like I clean my asshole in the shower.
Yeah,
I like scrub it clean,
I
make sure there's nothing
I
in
clean
there.
it in the shower and using wet wipes. Why would I ever want dry some paper against my butthole? That doesn't even make sense.
That's true, actually. I would use wet wipes. I just never remember to buy it. Is that
That's a good answer.
was that a good answer? You guys have really white teeth, or maybe Jesse is just dark. What's the deal?
Both.
Yeah.
Both. Hey guys, I live in Romania, a country in Europe, and this country people smoke a lot in clubs and bars everywhere. I am a non-smoker, so I only do day game. What should I do with night game? What?
What does smoking have to do with
Yeah.
night and day?
Kong, do you smoke?
No.
Do you go out at night?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Well, no, he's saying in his country everybody smokes, but
So?
it's like,
So
Yeah,
everyone
exactly.
out here
There's-
smokes too. Like they're all like anyone outside of a bar is smoking a cigarette, and there's girls out there that are smoking cigarettes. You don't smoke, you hit on those.
yeah,
girls.
we always go to these, like the balcony or the patio area because it's easier to talk to girls there because the music's not like loud as fuck. But we always go out there and we talk to girls and they're always smoking a cigarette, or at the very least they have a drink in their hand. And a lot of times we don't have a drink or a cigarette in our hands, so it really doesn't matter. There's no reason why you shouldn't go to a club just because everyone else is doing something you're not. Unless you're like allergic to smoke, then that's another story. But I'm guessing you're not. Nathan Jude. So there's this girl that works at a taco shop next to my apartment. I've talked to her casually a few times. How do I get her number and potentially date/fuck her?
That was enough information to figure out how you can fuck her.
Pretty much.
Well,
Why
if
not?
she's right next to your apartment, why not just like have her come over, get to know her, become like acquaintances, so she knows who you are, you know who she is. Flirt with her every time you walk by or whenever you get a taco from her, and then one of the times ask her out on a date. Have that date be at your house, which is literally right next door. So you can just say right when you get off work, come over. Boom.
Yeah. Also, not only that, but when you say how do I get her number, that's a really, really general question that really the only answer to is you just ask for it. Obviously, if you watch the Project Go videos, there's going to be little things you can do here and there throughout the conversation. But in terms of getting her number, well, I mean, we're not going to say anything now that you don't already know from the Project Go videos. So, in terms of getting her number, you just ask. You go for it. Like stop thinking about how do I get her number? What's the best way to do it? Just do it. And if you fail, if you get rejected, then you get rejected. Move on to the next girl. Who cares? Life goes on.
The fact that you would ask, how do I get her number, means you're overthinking it.
Yeah. Dongero, why do you all wear V-necks? Is that some kind of cheat code?
Look on the
Is it V-neck?
look right here.
Yeah.
Look,
We are all.
Look right here.
What?
We're all wearing V-necks.
That's true.
It is a cheat code.
I
actually.
started wearing V-necks because Kong was wearing V-necks, and I was like, that looks way better than my rounded neck shirts.
Yeah, I don't know what it
and
is.
That's the only reason why I started wearing
It might be a California thing.
Yeah,
I don't know.
maybe.
It's just like the fashion thing in California.
Just make sure it's not too deep of a V-neck, because then that kind of...
You might.
No way, dude. I love
Homosexual.
that. I bought a few that just like go down to all the way down here. That's
And you're also wearing a flamboyant shirt.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone should take your advice in terms of fashion.
no, there's no cheat code. Everyone likes their own type of style.
Also,
Like some people are gonna want to wear just like all black clothing with fucking tattoos, wristbands, and spiky shit, and that's who they are. Like we're not the most fashionable people on earth, but this is what we're comfortable in.
Dude,
So,
we dressed as Jersey Shore douchebags. We dressed up as like Harry Potter. We dressed up as clowns.
Yeah,
I don't think what you dress matters very much.
Yeah, one
at
thing
all.
that should not matter is how you look. Obviously, you should be comfortable and you should be, confident in what you're wearing. But at the end of the day, who the fuck cares? Doesn't matter.
He does.
Do you see me drinking like this with my pinky out?
Why?
Does that mean I'm gay?
You're like supporting your cup.
Yeah, kind of.
Bruno L. Mireles. I really need your help here. How do I go from a date to sex if I don't have a car and do not live alone? It's really funny. This is the first time someone's ever asked us that question, actually.
All right, get a cab, get a friend's car. There's something.
Public sex.
Public sex. You can go to her place. You can go just to your room and not give a shit about your parents being there. There's a number of things that you can do. Honestly, you just have to.
The reason
about it.
we're answering this question so nonchalantly and we're rushing through it is because we've gotten it so many times and the answer is so obvious. You just do whatever you need to do to get laid. I feel like your excuse to be a pussy is to say, "Hey, I live at home," which I've heard many, many times from men. They'll say, I can't get laid because I live at home." That is the lamest shit ever. I've lived at home with my parents who are Indian and they're very culturally strict, and I still got laid. So if I could do that in such a strict household, you can do it.
Yeah, I'll answer is I'll just give you one scenario that you could use. Get a cab, pick her up, take her to the beach, fuck her at the beach, get a cab again, get her home.
There you go.
Boom.
There's the answer. Magic bullet.
Yep.
Sidecar too, if you live in the U.S. If you guys haven't seen that.
Is it only
already.
in California or is it?
No, it's in a lot of major cities.
Sidecar's so great.
Yeah, it might
really
actually
love
be.
Sidecar, actually.
It actually
It's so amazing.
it might actually be in more countries too. I think.
Uber.
I don't know. Yeah, Uber, Sidecar,
Let's go
Lyft.
into like 5 more minutes of talking about Sidecar, Uber, Lyft.
Sidecar, not sidecar.
Yeah, Sidecar's where it's at, dude.
Sure. I mean,
Bruno. Oh wait, just kidding. You just read that. Oh, suit up. Oh, is the accent matters in USA as a foreign?
why are you laughing?
Hold on.
Is he the father
Shut up.
to
Let me read the question. Let me read the fucking question. Is the accent matters in USA as a foreign, not a harsh one, of course, hee hee. Is the girls more into it?
Huh?
Is the accent matters in USA as a foreign?
Do accents
So
matter? I'd say no. Honestly, it depends on the accent.
But as a
like-
foreign, doesn't matter.
Oh, actually, no, you're fucked then. As a foreign.
Dude, give up.
is the accent... Huh. Okay, so does the accent matter in the US, right?
As a foreigner.
Yeah.
I've gotten cock-blocked by some foreigners before,
Yeah.
and they won over the girl just because of their goddamn accent.
And
So-
I think we're kind of bitter right now. You can't tell. European dudes, they have horrible accents. Not horrible, I don't want to use that word. They have accents. and they steal girls away from Americans all the time because of their accent. And also,
So that's a cheat code.
no. Also, but Indian accents are actually they're a little bit more what's the word?
Better.
Counterproductive.
They're the best.
No, seriously, they are. But the thing is,
Counterproductive.
there are Indian people that I know that make their thick Indian accent sound slightly British, and then boom, it becomes attractive. And there's no other answer to that question. Like, seriously, if you have an Indian accent that's very thick and every single one of your words or D's sounds like a T, then you probably should get a little bit of speech therapy, and this actually works. I know people that have done it, my cousin included, and they sound really, really attractive after they do that. So just, yeah, there you go.
I'm vulgar, blunt, forward. I would say risky things to girls. My friends who don't approach would say things like, "You're stupid. You're embarrassing us." Can you guys share some knowledge? Yes. Stop hanging out with them while you hit on girls.
Boom.
Done. Or stop hanging out with them in general.
I would say in general.
It's like, why are you embarrassed to be my friend? Just don't be my friend then. Okay, chicks 1, 2, 3. How would you approach a girl at the gym? The exact same way that I would approach a girl anywhere else.
Yeah, I would start with hi.
All right,
That's
next.
a pretty good start.
Seskmeister 1. How do you guys deal with STDs? Do you always use protection? I might be a little bit afraid of STDs. Condoms are always good, and getting checked all the time.
Cross your fingers.
Every 6 months, was it? Is it every 6 months?
Yeah, every 6 months.
Yeah, every 6 months, get checked. Done. Damn, we're rolling through these so fast.
Next question, rock and roll.
All right. Rock and roll 559. How do you cope with a bad night? I often lose willpower and feel humiliated when facing a streak of rejections and feel nervous again. Okay, so this is a good question. When you go out a lot, you're inevitably going to reach some days or some nights where everything just goes horribly. Like you cannot.
Variance. You should explain variance.
Yeah, like you cannot get girls and you can't get numbers, all that stuff. So what it comes down to is what I call variance. Okay, so this is a poker term in terms of there's like a little bit of luck involved, or not really luck. It's more of chance. So when you approach an amount of girls for a day, there's a small chance that it's just going to go completely shitty because of one reason or another. Even if you're just like on your shit. You know, you're the best looking guy in the world, you have a shitload of money, and your game is fucking good. There's a small chance that your night will still be complete shit because that's just how the world works. You can't have things good all the time. And on the other side, there are nights and days where everything is going to go perfectly. Every single girl you talk to, get their number, they text you back the next day, and it's like perfect. So you have those two sides, and that's called variance. Like, it just happens. So the way you deal with that, there's really no way to deal with it other than to mentally tell yourself that that's normal. That it's normal to have a night that's complete shit. You know, I still have those nights to this day. Occasionally, it's rare, but occasionally it still happens. I go out for a night, and literally I get rejected by every single girl possible. You know, they might talk to me for 15 seconds, 20 seconds, but I just get rejected. And that's what happens. But it doesn't affect me, though, because I know that that's what happens, and that's normal.
Yeah, that's good.
Great input. Great
No,
input, Jason.
I was gonna fuck with you, but then I decided not to.
Where are we?
Bert.
Okay. Bert Enneman. Huh. If you take out the last letter of his name, it's Enema.
Like sings up his butthole. I get it. Yeah.
Lately, my friends are like, I won't go out tonight. I want to party. But what is the best way to do this?
I think he wants to know
Wait,
how.
what is it again?
What? Lately, my friends are like, I won't go out tonight and I want to party. What is the best way to do this? What?
Why would they not want to go out and want to party? I don't
Yeah.
understand.
So what is the best way to go out and party?
Okay, let's go to the next question. I have no idea. Bert, you need to like fix the way you communicate.
There you go. Go back to
See, you know what I think it is? I think it's because it's right here.
Okay.
When you type on the internet, it's like,
Like you're saying things a certain way that they sound in your head, but you have to
yeah.
know how to translate it into text form. Otherwise, you sound like what's the word?
Mentally challenged.
Mentally. No, that's
Mentally
not
challenged.
nice though.
What?
That's not nice to say to Bert. You know, Bert sounds like a great guy. Okay. Next question.
We're just joking around, dude. You do
Yeah.
sound like a great guy. Ronaldo Gastelum. No, I'm just joking. Bert, if you want to rephrase your question, put it in
You
the
should
thing.
probably rephrase it. Yeah.
Put it in the thing. We'll answer it. Ronaldo Gastelum. So I am seeing this girl that seems into me, but she seems to always flake out on me. How do I get her to come out without seeming desperate?
I think this is a problem of quantity.
Yeah, let's say the same thing.
Yeah.
You need to have more girls in your life so that you will never have to even ask yourself that question, is this being needy? Because you have so many girls that you literally don't care whether it's needy or not.
And if all the girls don't pan out, who gives a shit? Like, I feel like you're too invested in
This
one
one.
certain person.
Akash Mulchandani.
Sounds Indian.
Calm.
What's up?
You are the man.
And
Of
3.
course.
No, it was like, this is 3. There's like more.
Oh, well, this is the
Okay,
really
well.
important one. I love watching your pickup videos. I'm a baller in downtown LA. If you go hang out with me to pick up girls, drinks on me.
So,
Oh, okay.
drinks
So it's-
not on Jason
yeah, so
and
we
Jess.
went. We wouldn't get free drinks.
Yeah.
You realize you
It's-
just fucked yourself over, right?
Not really. No,
like-
I'm going to convince you not.
No,
Dude,
he's-
Akash?
dude, he's polarizing. He
Hold on,
wants
hold on.
wants me to hang out with him only.
Now you can tell he's an asshole.
So
You
why are you scrolling down then? Why are you getting rid of his name?
What are you talking about? No.
Don't you want his number?
Yeah, no. I'm gonna email him later.
Okay.
Look him up on Project Go. See
Good job, Akash.
See. How did you stop getting burnt out creating your business, Project Go, and how did you stay away from distractions? Okay. So you can't really get burnt out of doing something that you like. You know, it's like, how do you not get burnt? Let's say you play a video game, like Call of Duty. For some people, that's relatable. Or for some people, it's working out. Or for some people, it's, I don't know, watching TV. How do you not get burnt out at playing video games or watching TV? Because you fucking love it. Because it's fun. So by creating Project Go and Simple Pickup, it's like we're basically just doing what we like to do. So there's really no getting burnt out. You know, sometimes there's going to be hardships like the day-to-day stuff in terms of taking care of things that fuck up. But in the big picture, it's still really, really fun. And that's how we don't get burnt out. You really got to find some things to do that you actually love to do. Is that a good answer?
No.
I just need the validation. You know?
Good job, man. That was awesome.
Dave K. Is boning prostitutes... Wow. Dave K. Is boning prostitutes a good way to get warmed up for meeting girls when you haven't had them in a while?
I don't know. Is it?
I've never tried it. I don't think so.
I think you just put like a thought in every single person's mind that
I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend.
I would say no. Don't no.
Yeah, don't.
Because I know it's a serious question, and I do want to fuck with you, but no, just don't. It's honestly not going to help you. How is a prostitute going to warm you up into talking to like?
Maybe
Every
someone
day.
has sex built up in their mind so much that they're like a virgin and they have all this hype around sex and they don't want to. They're scared to do it.
Because here's what I'm thinking.
Oh,
So let's say
okay.
one person is awkward as fuck, and he says really awkward things and really bad jokes, And this prostitute wants the money, so she's going to be fake laughing and giving positive feedback to all these negative things that he's saying that normally wouldn't work on any other girl. So there's positive reinforcement being given to these awkward moments when in reality they're not good.
On our forum, I read a thread by a guy that said he actually asked this exact same question. Should I have sex with a prostitute because I'm a virgin and I'm afraid to have sex so that when I finally do have sex, it won't be awkward? Honestly, how would you... See, I've been in that exact same situation where, I just was too nervous to do it. And that was one of the thoughts that crossed my mind, but I never actually did it. And it wasn't really that much of an option to me because I wanted my actual option to be me working for it and me earning it.
This is... Go ahead, finish your...
But that was it. So that was my conclusion. My conclusion was, if I don't earn this on my own, then what's the point of actually having sex with someone if it's like me paying them and they're not actually down?
Because then you get your mind is like, oh, sex isn't a big deal.
That's what I would do.
I
would honestly do it just...
But here's the thing. I don't want to recommend boning prostitutes because one, is illegal, and two, it's like it's not regulated. Like I really think having regulated prostitution would be a very great thing for everybody.
Problems.
Like yeah. Like, but they have to get tested. No STDs, no whatever. When you fuck them, you have to use a condom. If that were the case, I would say, yeah, go for it. And then say, here, like, I'm nervous with sex. I'm just gonna pay someone to get me over this nervousness. But the problem with prostitutes is,
I feel like if you paid...
it's so unregulated, and that there's a lot of variables that come in, and I highly would not recommend it.
But even on the whole like regulated side of it, I still think it's not a good idea because you're basically taking the easy way out. And because I never took the easy way out, that's why I am where I am today. And I feel like someone who consistently took that way out, because some people don't care about STDs. They don't care about that. And I know people like that who bang prostitutes and they're just they can't get laid because they rely on this money exchange. And I really don't think it's good for you in the long run. It might be good in the short term, but I don't think in the long run.
I think it's like everything that's illegal. Even alcohol, for example. If you use alcohol in a certain way, it's bad. But if you use alcohol from time to time to have fun with your friends, open up, maybe get the creative juices flowing in your brain, it's a good thing. Same with weed. It's like, it's bad if you abuse it and you're just like fucking up your life, you're being lazy, just sitting at home doing nothing, smoking weed. That's a bad thing. But a lot of people I know use weed to write. Like a lot of writers use weed, and a lot of creative, artistic people use weed, and that's a good way to use it. So I think prostitution is the same way. If you use it in a certain way, it's gonna fuck you up. But there's also a correct way to use it too.
I agree.
So I don't know. That's a very weird subject.
Last thing, why don't you just find like an ugly chick? And then...
yeah, that'd be the easiest. Just go to the club and find the girl that's just like standing in the corner by herself, and just go up and say, "Hey, you want to come home with me?" And chances are,
yeah, I think that one guy who like the girl. Okay.
What the fuck? Green Emerald.
Green Emerald.
Green Emerald. Question for Jason. If you got good really fast, how would you motivate yourself to keep going out most nights and meeting new people, especially when you already have more dates than you can handle?
Well, for me, it was more about just getting as many girls as I can when I first started. So that was my motivation. When I first started, I started getting really good. And for me, that was new. I was like, holy shit, I can get girls this many at a time. So I started just juggling them. And I'm not saying that you should do that because that's not like the best way to do it. But that will get you better faster. Motivating myself to keep going out. I didn't need motivation because I enjoyed talking to new people and I enjoyed meeting new people. Like that was like a passion of mine. So it was fun. I don't need someone to say, come on, let's go out and do it, because I would be the one saying, yo, guys, let's go out. And, you wanted to say something?
Just to give you guys the other side of the spectrum, Kong, for example, did need initially people telling him, "Come on, let's go out, let's go," until he found that enjoyment.
Yeah.
If I want to, well, wait, hold on.
Are you guys Eskimo brothers?
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I know it's something gay though.
So yes. If I want to hit on a girl, if I want to hit on a 10, but she has 10 friends too, and they kind of know me, if she rejects me, I don't care about it. But if she, hold on, this is really weird.
No, if
Okay,
she tells
no.
these friends about me,
Can
I'm
we
fucked.
can we please skip this question, guys?
Okay.
It's really good, but I want to skip it.
Alright. Omar Garcia asks, do you guys keep a diet?
Whoa, let me do this.
Jesse, do you?
Jesse does it.
Okay, so lately I've been
Yeah, lately Jesse's been getting fat, and I actually
Do I look fatter?
I actually do look fatter a little bit, but generally, yeah, we're pretty conscious of our health, but obviously because of the time commitment it takes to run everything, we cheat a good amount of days.
So
but,
much easier to order when you can.
yeah, but we're going to be spending the next couple months in San Francisco, so there's a lot of alternative options there. I would definitely recommend you be conscious, at least, about what you're eating that's right and wrong. Like, when I eat something that's not good for me, I know, okay, that's not good because blank. It's very processed. It has too many carbs. I want a high-protein diet. That's what I do. So,
It's like if you eat In-N-Out and you go home and you're thinking to yourself, should I have this chocolate bar? You probably shouldn't. But if you had, I don't know, Subway, and now there's like a small dessert, yeah, whatever, just take it.
yeah, and I think in the long run, it's better to, like, now that we know about nutrition and all that stuff, it's very easy to get back on track. And there was a good 4 weeks, I think, where, maybe more than that, I don't know, where I was just eating like, actually, you know what, we did something for 2 weeks where we only ate vegan food. I did something for 4 months where I did not eat any processed foods, and I think those kind of things are really good because it shows you what your body is okay with. Because everybody's different. A diet that works for me might not necessarily work for you. How do you guys like going to strip clubs? We
I hate
don't,
that shit.
yeah.
No.
We don't like
I
going to strip
really
clubs.
hate that.
Except to meet girls and not actually pay for the lap dances. We've done that on a few occasions.
Yeah, I personally really hate going to strip clubs because
Yeah.
I don't like sitting there and having the girls come over and bother me as I'm staring at this naked girl. It's just odd to me. I'm just not used to it.
Have you guys ever tried having sex without ejaculating? Holding your sexual energy. It seems you have a lot more energy and you are more productive.
I've actually heard of this, but I've never tried it because it's too tempting. When you're having sex, just finish. But I have heard that you should hold it, like have sex and you hold it, and then you
Till the next day?
you just don't come, and then you do it like once a week. Like you let yourself finish once a week. I've heard of this.
Oh my god.
No, but see, the thing
That'd
is
be the
though,
worst.
I
thing
can't
is
do
though,
that.
Yeah, why
no,
would you?
I've heard of people doing this, and they say that it's amazing. I don't know.
So wait, is it only with sex, or can you actually do that while you're jacking off? You jerk off and then
Yeah, that I can kind of see. If you're
Maybe
jerking
it's
off,
with jerking
and then-
off too. I don't know enough about it. If you've done it and you had good results, let me
How
know.
shitty would that be? How shitty would that be if you're just boning a girl and then you're just like, well, I'm not gonna come because I'm doing this thing where I want to have more energy for tomorrow. So let's just save the rest of this for tomorrow. How do you explain that to a girl?
You don't. You just tell her you came.
you just lie?
Yeah.
You just like,
Oh my God.
You just spit on her back and then say, I finished. I think it's that one.
No, here we go.
Oh, actually, yeah.
Oh, suit up, oh. How can I not call the girl that I slept with and not seem like a douchebag? Because I want to get more girls. What do you guys do? I'm not looking. Okay, I'm making this really, really grammatically correct.
Why?
This is-
Hold on.
Hey, let me just
hold
read
on.
this.
Oh, suit up. Oh, why would you put the number 4 instead of FOR? Like, are you trying to see?
Maybe there's a
Well, it's
look,
the same
there's
reason
200
you put
characters
the letter
limit.
U instead of YOU.
200 character limit, actually.
Well, he's not even close to 200 though. At least I don't think. Anyway, the question is, how can I not call the girl that I slept with and not seem like a douchebag?
Personally, this may be different from your guys' views, but girls do that shit to me all the time, so I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, no. I was
Honestly,
trying to
I
think of
just
like a
don't
politically
care.
correct
Yeah, I
answer.
know.
Yeah,
So was
but-
I, and I just don't care because there have been so many times where girls have not called me back, and I feel like shit. And I'm just like, you know what? Wait, maybe this is just kind of normal. Everyone does this to everyone. Why am I being a little bitch and being like pissy about it?
The worst thing you can do is, let's say you're not down to have a relationship with a girl, but you keep that line of communication open just because you feel bad. So you're not gonna fuck her again, but you're still talking to her, and that gives her hope. And that continued hope is more cruel than just cutting it off cold turkey.
Yeah, don't string them along.
Yeah, do not string women along. That's not fair.
Well, let's do one more.